Hello. How are y'all doing today? Hey, Mocap. How are you doing today? It's good to see ya. All right. I'm excited for another art stream. Let me see. Our volume's good. I did a whole bunch of tests to see what volume would be good because I like having a little bit of the music in the background, but it took a little trial and error to figure it out. And to have my volume at the appropriate length setting. One second. All right. There we go. Okay. Groovy. All right. So today we are back to it, but real quick, I have a little PNG tuber that I made over here in yon corner, and she's here and she talks. You can see her talk with me talking. It was really fun. I can show you how I built her, because I built her with I built her with this app that you can upload like little PNGs and stuff to, which is really cool. I'll show you how the sausage is made. So this is a great little app. You can like upload, 4 different images. So instead of uploading still images, I'm like, well, I'm an animator. Let's like give her like blinks and mouth flapping and everything. And so you can use GIFs and you can use APNGs too, which is pretty rad because then I can get a much cleaner outline. So I actually exported PNG sequences of her, like little blinks and talking and stuff. And then I put it into my APNG making app. And then I put them in here and it works like really great. Like these little APNGs, like I can toss them into here and then it's really cool. So I'm really stoked. I love making stuff like this. So I am very excited to make more stuff like that because I've been looking at, I don't want to prematurely say, but I've been looking at like making VTuber kind of stuff because I really love making puppets. So it's really fun. Rigging is fun. So anywho, I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we are gonna do clothing and how you doing, Sydney? Or Mossy Green, sorry. I hope you're having a nice day over there. Awesome. Yeah, no, I've been looking at Live 2D because I'm like, oh, this looks really fun actually, because it's like you build a rig and you just build in some animations and then you just do it once, which is amazing. Because like I've been looking at Toon Boom rigs and it's like that's fun too. They're just so similar. So I'm like, well, if I can do it here, I might as well do it there. Hi, extension of my will. I hope you're doing good today. Alright, I'm gonna change this song though. This is a little too... I need something a little more melodic. Yeah, I agree. I love like all of like the physics and mechanics that you can bake into VTubers, and I love like all the varied character designs. I've seen some really cool character designs. Like I've definitely seen, all the anime girls. Like that's a whole genre in and of itself. But like I've seen some like really cool inventive ones too. And it's really pretty dope. It looks really fun. So have you tried making any VTubers, Mossy Green? Because I bet you can make some dope ones, like, because your style is so like cute and like, I don't know, I love your style, so you would make some great VTubers. All right, so last time we were here, we were talking about just general gesture. I don't think we did anything like particularly specific. We were just talking about, let's see, gesture drawings. We're talking about the line of action because I have a lot to say about the line of action. And I so rarely see it used in the way that I think is best to use it. So I was popping off on that. But it's nice. I was actually, one of the artists I follow on Twitter, I saw their gesture drawings and they were using the line of action how I use it. So I was like, oh, good. Somebody else figured out the same method of like wrapping it around the figure, not just putting it through the spine. Because like that's just the one thing that irks me. There's just like there's fewer situations where it belongs going through the spine, and there's far more situations where it's better wrapping around the body. Just really quick. This is a situation where you want it to kind of go through the spine, and it's even kind of not really. I mean, it is and it isn't. I could bend it more and make it go through the spine, but this is one situation because we have a relationship between the ear hole and the femur socket. But like everything else, like around the head and around the feet, around the head and around to the femur, around the head and then to the ankle. So it's like, it's so much more common. Head to ankle, head to femur. This one kind of could go through the spine. It's like, just ignore the spine, honestly. It's like, if you focus too much on the spine, you're gonna like get in the way of making your figure cohesive, in my opinion. Because like then you're just segmenting the body. You're like, oh, here's my spine and here's my head and this and that. And then it's like, okay, well then how do I place the legs? Well, I don't know. I place them like that and like that and like that, and you know, and it's like, instead of like, you know, you kind of tie everything together, you know, all at once. In my opinion, you know, you just kind of think of the head to the feet. Always the whole figure. Or if like the hand is a part of it, then you're like really kind of like getting that cohesion in there first. It's always about cohesion. Anyway, oh my god. I swear, the second I start talking about the line of action, I won't stop bitching. I mean, I won't stop, I won't stop growing. Oh, that's rad that you did a test one for your capstone. Like, oh my gosh. I would love to see that. Like, how did that work out? Like, did you use Live 2D? That's really dope. Hi, Jaco. I hope you're having, or Jaiko, I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining the stream. Today we're going to be doing clothing and folds. And if any of you want to follow along with me, I will say, like, doing these streams have, like, really, like, helped me out a lot. Like, oh my god. Like, when I sit down and draw, I'm so much more comfortable. I'm like, if I, like, want to draw, let's say, you know, if I want to draw just like any kind of character, I'm just like a lot more comfortable because I'm very much more aware of, like, you know, all these relationships and things like that. So I'm just like, you know, if I'm like drawing some dude, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just having an easier time after doing these streams. So I invite everyone to join me, and if you have any questions about things, I'm happy to ramble on about what I think my answer is. But it's like, it's been good. It's been like a little bit of practice like goes such a long way. That's always the thing that I forget sometimes. I always sometimes forget. It's like, you just kind of like practice what you're feeling weak at, and then magically it's a lot easier to like to figure stuff out. You know, imagine that. Yeah, that's the fun of it. I'm just like, yeah, that's right. These relationships and these relationships. I do got to do an arm day though. We haven't done that. Got to do a hand day as well. But we have done We've done some good days for sure. We've done like a little bit of a pecs day. You know, we've done a little bit of... We've done leg day for sure. Like, oh my god. Actually, I just want him to be like that. That's better. Leg day was so helpful. Oh my god, it was like infinitely helpful. Because like legs are just one of these things where I just had so much trouble making them feel like proportionally correct and then fluid and all that and all that and all that and all that. So, look at that guy. He's there, and he's like fairly proportionally correct. Look at him. He's just like looking off. I should make his nose bigger because this is where I intend for his mouth to be. So there we go. Look at him. He's just like staring. There we go. Like, hello. If I flip him, he's actually a little bit off kilter. Okay. We're still getting there. And honestly, I could actually just make these proportions just a little smaller. The magic of Photoshop. But we're getting there. We're getting there, you know. Yeah, there we go. The magic of the computer. This is what I can't do in my sketchbook. As I can just use my post-it notes and that's like just about all. Oh gosh. Oh, that's really cool that you at least got the blinking and mouth movements in the model though. But I can totally relate to getting really passionate about the project and then just going overboard. Like that happened for my senior project when I was in school. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a game where I design the game and I design the characters and then I model the characters and then I rig the characters and then I set them up in Unity so you can run around as the characters. There wasn't even a game design department in our department at that time. Like, that wasn't even a thing. And I definitely did not get that far. I did model one character, but I just kept it at concept art, so I very much understand. But I'm glad you got a great grade. You deserve it for all of that. Like, you put so much passion in it, it sounds like. Oh, I know. I always forget to flip the canvas, too. I know. I love how in Toon Boom there's a button for it. And Krita. I do love that Krita makes it very, like, obvious. Krita's like, you want to flip your canvas. Here's a button right here. And Toon Boom, too. Photoshop, it's like, good luck remembering. Alright. Alright, so... Wait, stop. No, I don't want... Oh, okay, no, I do want that. Okay, let's do 90 seconds. We're gonna do clothing with gestures. Then we'll do specific studies. So we just kind of get a little of both today. I'm always very adamant about connecting the feet to the ground plane because I saw one student do it in their figure drawings one time and it just like clicked for me. It's one of the things I love about being a teacher because I get to see just like so many artists and how they interpret things. And like sometimes like you just see how someone thinks and you're like, oh my god. Oh my god. And you're like, wow, that makes so much sense. Oh my god. You get an A. You help me out. I love it. Like I was talking to one student yesterday and we're just talking about class stuff, but she had such great insights. I was like, oh my god, you help me with my class next year. You're graduating. But like, I'm so glad that you imparted me with this insight. So I love it. I love being an artist. Such a collaborative experience. Honestly, being alive is a collaborative experience. So, no, I didn't draw the clothes. We'll have to go back. I want something more flowy. I want something more flowy. I want something less black. Okay, there we go. Sometimes I can't see the black clothes on my Cintiq as well. That's the reason. This is a whole song. I thought this was all instrumental today, but we may change this in a second, but I feel like with pants like this is one of the things that like kind of gets me a little bit confused sometimes, just because like it feels like we have a tube, but actually there's still a lot of rhythm happening in the tube. So it's like a lot more like kind of subtle. Beep, 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 beep. Like we're still seeing like rhythm and like anatomy like kind of indicated, but it's just like more subtle. All right, I'm gonna change this song. I don't even know what this song is. It is a banger. I'm just always afraid when there's music that they're going to mute that part of the stream. So all right, well, if you're enjoying it, I'll keep it. I don't mind. If they mute this part of the stream, I'll just transcribe it. Oh, let's skip that. Clothes are too dark. His clothes are too form-fitting. His clothes are too dark. His clothes are too dark, but that is a good photo. Yeah, alright, pirate lady. We'll see what we can do. It is a banger. What is this song, actually? Since you asked. Let's pause, pirate lady. I'm moving on. Best of Luck by Katrina Stone. That's what the song is. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Best of Luck by Katrina Stone. Yeah, it is a banger. Moving on up. Okay. Now back to the Brazilian chill hop. This is the closest I get to vacation mode. Ooh, yes. I'll take those. It's got a lot of hair. The hair makes it a little difficult to see, but I like the gesture of this hat. Lower resolution options to the stream. How do I do that? If you can tell me how to do that, I'll totally do that. I just don't know how to do that. Yeah, if you can tell me how to do that, I totally will. I'm just a little like, I'm learning a lot of this stuff still. If you drop it in the chat, I will give lower resolution options, because yeah, I totally feel it. There is a lot happening right now. I love when the clothing like just has a nice gesture. That's the one thing about some of these like more Brazilian kind of songs. They always like get monkey noises in them. Like I was really into this like French jazz radio, and there's some Brazilian artists in it that had more of this kind of music. Always the monkey noises. I'm like, where did the monkey noises come from? I mean, why not? But that's nice and clear. If I can't figure out the lower stream options or lower bitrate or resolution or whatever options this stream, I will look into it for next stream. By the way, just for everybody who's tuning in now and in the future. So yeah, just vibing with this music, man. This is good stuff. This service, this like music service, is supposed to all be like royalty free, but like it has muted my stream a couple times, so it's like one of these like kind of crapshoots. So I'm enjoying this, but I'm like also praying that like just most of this doesn't get muted on Twitch at least. YouTube I think is like fine. I know black looks great on everybody, but I can't see the black stuff on my on my screen so well. There we go. Well, that's good. That's nice and like nice in a big shape. I like these like ones that are like just nice and big shapes. Whenever there's some nice big strong shape language, like I can just draw a nice big old shape. We can kind of work from there instead of like getting the structure. But yeah, when you're drawing these kind of like wrinkles and folds, it's like finding the main ones versus like the kind of secondary and tertiary ones. Like I think that's what we're gonna really kind of look at when I do more of the studies. So we'll like build the base kind of like how we're doing. This is just for warm up here. Alright, I think I might change this music so it's like just not quite so a little bit a lot for me today. I had a tired morning. It's like I talk a lot, but like sometimes when I do the last day of class, we do our like kind of like little last day kind of Q&A stuff. And I love doing that because we really like talk about such great kind of like future forward things for them, for the students, and it's really nice connecting. But like it's like 5 hours. And I have a bad habit of like just getting into big old conversations and not just like sticking to the topic because like everyone's really cool. Like, I don't know, everyone's really awesome. And so then I get into like just conversations with every single person because they're all so cool. And it's like, I don't know, when you teach a class and like you have 20 people in the class, you're like, you only get so much time with every person every week. So when I have the last day of class and I can just talk to everybody like individually and have that like nice space. Oh god, I'm a yapper. So then I get like a little fatigued after. Like, oh, I need to just sit. It's like my social interaction quota for the... Let's be real. For the... I don't know. I go to sleep and I can restart again. I'm okay. I'm a yapper. So I guess I'm in the right line of work. Ooh, there's some great folds in here, buddy. Oh, this is an interesting pose. So you can see how like I drew this line of action and I don't even have it like, I have it kind of going through the body in an odd way. Because like, it just makes more sense to do it that way. I love like big old sleeves because like you get these like really cool folds where they just kind of fold on themselves. But yeah, since today's a wrinkle and fold day, let me just maybe think about doing some of these in other color. We'll come back to him, perhaps. Black. That's not clothes. That's also all black. Mostly black. Sure. This guy. This guy's got such a weird photo set. He's like, I'm the devil. Okay. Got a little tail. Let's put him in Has-Been Hotel. Oh, speaking of like indie shows, everyone needs to go watch The Gaslight District. It's the new Glitch indie show. The new pilot that they have. It came out. Everyone needs to watch it. It is amazing. It's a really cool story. Really interesting story and characters. The characters are really fun and interesting and well done. And the animation is just incredible. It's got this like beautiful stepped animation, this amazing stylization. It does remind me, it's like, reminds me a little of like the Spider-Verse, Puss in Boots, Ninja Turtles, you know, treatment that they've been doing, but like, it does feel like it's uniquely its own. One of those styles where it's like you can't exactly tell. It feels stop motion. You can't always like tell what it is. Ugh, I love that. It's like one of my favorite things. Oh, I see. He's holding a halo. I'm like, Like, what's he doing? Oh, he like killed somebody. Yeah. We'll maybe come back so we can get the rest of them. But yeah, watch the Gaslight District because it is amazing. All right, I'm gonna stop the session. We're gonna do the devil guy. Oh yes, I did see I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. That was so good. I really want to have like, I want to see a whole show of that. It was so good. It was so funny. I really enjoyed it. I love the play on the trope. That was so good. Like that was really fun. I love seeing more indie shows and stuff nowadays. Like I think that it's just such a wonderful thing. I'm excited to see the Knights of Guinevere. It's the other glitch show that they're doing that Dana Terrace is directing, and that's looking really dope. But like I've watched I guess I've watched all the glitch shows they have. I watched Murder Drones and I watched Digital Circus, and I have to say, like, just in terms of like writing and visuals, like the Gaslight District is like next level. Like they really upped like everything. Like it's so solid. It feels like something you would like see in a theater. Like straight up, it feels pretty great. So I'm like so stoked to see, you know, where they take that one. I'm stoked to see the Knights of is it Guinevere? It's Knights of something. So that's gonna be really cool. I'm stoked to see the next season of Has Been Hotel too, because I heard that they have a deal with Prime where they can like release it on YouTube, and now they have like the ability to make more episodes and not just like do everything super quick. Yeah. So that would be really fun. Cause I really like Has Been Hotel. Like I know people have like their critiques, but there's something that I absolutely love about a show that feels like it has a point of view and it was like made by real people, and that's what I feel like with that show. So I'm enjoying the vibes and the music and the animation, and I'm excited for the next season. I do have like a little Alistair animation that I should finish before the next season comes out, so maybe I'll find that and finish it on stream. I have to bring it into Toon Boom though, because like I was doing it in Animate. Oh lord. I don't want to go back into Adobe Animate. Don't make me go back. Never going back. I'll go to Krita before I go back to Adobe Animate. That's not true. I don't know, maybe Krita's free. Been thinking about trying DaVinci Resolve. Trying to get away from After Effects, because that's the one thing keeping me in Adobe. But we'll see. Adobe Land. There he is. Smiling. Make it more subtle. Yeah, there we go. Cool. We did it. Get this Shaolin guy. There we go. Yeah, I same here. I really can't like hate or dislike an indie show because of the nature of it being a show made by people that have like a particular point of view, and like they're sharing that, like, because the way that animation gets produced nowadays, it just feels like that's unfortunately sometimes a rare occurrence. So it's like, I mean, and making art is the whole reason we connect, or wait, connecting is the whole reason we make art. So it's like, you know, love it or hate it, like someone's point of view is coming through and you're like having a human connection through witnessing their creative vision and artwork. So it's like I can't not like get behind that, want to support that. I think I just get a little fatigued when I see like kind of corporate fingers in pies and things like that, you know, when it's like feels like it was just made by committee and the creative license was not given to the artists. Like that's what I tend to not love. Imagine that. I don't think it's that controversial of an opinion. But I know every artist that works on big projects, you know, they do their best to make it like really, really great. It's just sometimes like they get so siloed that it's like, you know, there's only so much creative control you can really have. You just have to make your little part like the best little part that it ever could be. That it ever could be. Okay, so I'll finish drawing this. And then we'll move on to like more specific studies. But I think this was helpful. It's a good start. Maybe I made his like leg up a little too high. Yeah, same. It might not be my cup of tea, but I can definitely like, I'm definitely always in support. It's like, I can't hate it. I can only love unfiltered creativity. Yeah, I agree. It's like, yeah, animation gets the bills done, focuses more on sales and likability. It's so true. And things get barred in favor of convenience and following a formula. Yeah, no, it's really true. Because like, I just want to say it because I know that like I'm responding to things that are not gonna be like on the stream afterwards, like visually, like on this video. But like, yeah, no, I totally agree. It's like there's so many decisions that are made because they want sales to happen. And like the really ironic thing is like there was a point in time where you just had to find out what people liked and just try things and make decisions, and then you found out what people liked, and then they're like, okay, let's stop finding out what people like and just keep doing the same thing, which is kind of like it's like, but if you just stop finding out what people like and you just bank on them liking one thing, then they might not love that one thing forever. Like, you might be better served just continuing to like try stuff out. But like they just don't want to try anything out like ever anymore. Because like the big studios, they just want the monies. And they think that people, I don't know, they think that people are just, I don't want to say they think like the average art consumer is like dumb, although I did just say that, but they just don't like have the highest opinion of people thinking like that. Like, I don't know, people want like great art. They're like, they'll just take what we give them. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think that's not a good practice to have. I think you're gonna end up finding like more grief with that in the long run than you realize. You know, just It's like with kids programming, you know, kids are really smart. You want to make sure that you have programming that like treats them that way. So, but yeah, it's like you had to find out at one point what worked. So like, just keep doing that. Just like make some decisions. Mess around and find out, you know? And that's what I love about the indie stuff too. Yeah, they don't want to take the risk anymore. Yeah, it is best when it's made from passion because, like, again, that's the reason we make art is to like express how we feel about things. So it's like if we're just replicating what's been done instead of expressing a real feeling, then like what are we doing here? I mean, and the feeling can be like, you know, it can be like, I love how this thing made me feel. Like that's what's fun about like fan art and stuff. It's like, I love how it felt when I watched this show and I resonated with the character and the situation and the story. Yeah, that's great. But like, I just don't think that like is the primary driving force. Like even with sequels, like I think great sequels are ones that are like, hey, we love the original thing and it inspired stories like this and now we're innovating it with this another story that feels like spiritually similar, which that so rarely happens actually, to be honest. It could happen, it rarely happens. Oh yeah, me too. I'm a huge simp. As one can maybe see from my desktop background that it's always rotating. I have one of her zines in a folder and it just rotates all the images from that zine. And Ian Jones Quarty too, like, oh my gosh, like I got way into OKKO and then realized like, oh my god, he worked on Venture Brothers. Like, I am such a Venture Brothers fan. I love Venture Brothers, like so formative for me. So it's like, okay, well, it's no wonder I love these people and they're married. It's like, ugh, I want that in my life. As much as that as I can get in my life, yes. Oh yeah, red-handed. Oh, I know. I'm not even hiding it. Okay, cool. So these are nice little like warm-ups. We did some gesture, we did some clothing gesture. I feel like the devil guy, he was a good culmination of that. I'll give him a little tail. He gets a tail. Maybe I'll give him a tail like this though. There we go. Alright, so I have some good references in here. So let's see which references I want to do studies of. And I'm just gonna like copy paste them into my doc. So that way I'm not hopping between Pinterest. I have problems with hoodies, so I kind of wanted to like draw some hoodies because I love hoodies. But like I also just seem to have some struggle sometimes, so let's see. Oh, this is a good hoodie. A goodie hoodie. Ooh, yes, this one. Definitely this one. This is maybe something else, something not bad. That's pretty good. There's a lot of good draping here. I want this hoodie. This is a cute hoodie. I love like the crop hoodie. I love crop tops. I love crop hoodies, partially because I'm petite and so they just work better for my height. I am short. And so they look right on me. They look correctly sized on me. Okay. This is not bad either. Amazon fashion. Okay. Yeah, I agree that we need a billionaire to flood the indie market with more money. I think, honestly, I think like we're not far off from it happening. Seriously, like that's that's what I would do with my money. I would just start animation studios where we train artists and empower creative visionaries, and like, you know, none of this gatekeeping, none of this like you have to be like a million years experience to start, because I think just the right amount of giving someone a space to like learn and grow, like, oh my god, like, and then you could have like the next like amazing bit of gold, and you just have to like help somebody polish their skill just a little bit. It's just like, I see it with my students, like I see so much amazing like creative vision, and it's just sometimes they just need a space to like be able to like hone that crazy. Yes, I know, I'm so obsessed with, well, I was like way obsessed with it last year. I'm still obsessed with it. I've been rewatching it with a friend, and it's so good. Like the jokes are so layered. That's what I love about Ian Jones's work. Like the jokes are just like so like constant and layered sometimes that they're so satisfying, but then so silly and nonsensical. And then of course you get like actual like, I don't know, just realness between characters, and that's like so satisfying as well. It's just like you get these like real kind of human moments, and you get characters that actually feel like they're better together because of each other. Like, oh my gosh, like it's so weird with media. I feel like it's so rare to find characters that like make each other better through their arc of like interacting with each other, like, or through their relationships. But that's like very constant OKKO. That's why I love Boxman and Professor Venomous, because they're like better characters together than they are separate, and like that's like so fun. Like that's like what you want. Let's see. Yes. Sweatpants. Just going for like all the baggy stuff. And then this guy's alright. We'll see what we study from here. Like this kind of stuff ain't bad. We really get to see like a lot of, like, I want to get some t-shirts in here. Oh, okay. I'd like this if the shirt was like not hanging off of him. Yeah, that's kind of thing's all right. I think we've got, oh, it's pants, not a shirt. Well, I'll take the back of the shirt too. I have a Morpho book with clothing and folds, but we're just gonna use some like actual like real examples, because I think that's gonna be better. Gonna be better today. Alright, so I want the back of a t-shirt. This guy's got some shorts and a t-shirt as well. Over t-shirt section over here. Some sweatpants, some baggy pants. I gotta find a pair of baggy pants like this. I've been looking at the thrift store and I have not found a pair of baggy pants quite like that. I've been looking. Because they'll look great with all my crop tops. Oh, I know. I yearn to be an artist duo like that. You like freaking Nanako Taguchi and Yoshihiro Tagashi. Like Ian J and Rebecca Sugar. Like put me in one of those. I need to be in a creative power couple, please and thank you. I need to find me a silly man who makes art. Like, please and thank you. Sending my request to the universe. Who's like also somewhat well adjusted. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. I want some emotional intelligence too, please. And a real cool, chill guy. And I don't know, like self-starter. I'm just gonna like put all of my what is that one movie? There's this Disney movie where this couple like wants a baby, and so they write everything down that they like want to have the baby, like all the attributes that they want the baby to have, and then they bury it in the ground, and then the next day this like child claws his way out of the ground, and like they're just like, oh, you're our kid. They just take him in like that. It's like some really weird Disney movie that they came out with like a really long time ago. It's like, I don't know, The Life of Timothy Green or something. I don't know what happens at the end. I think they have a real kid at the end, and then he like goes back into the ground and something. I don't know. It's not a good movie. Oh, that's a great idea. I'll definitely do that soon, because like I did see someone do that recently, actually, like do a character design prompt stream. Emoji pairs and word combos. Yeah, that's looked so fun. I saw someone doing that like the past week, so I'm definitely down to try that out. Maybe I'll try that out next stream, because I'm gonna stream again Saturday, do art stuff Saturday, so we will do that soon, because that looked so fun. Lucy and Yak. Okay, I will check that out. Ooh, organic and recycled clothing. I'm listening. Oh, I'm gonna go shopping later. That's the other thing too. I realized like I really want to make sure that I'm only I'm only wearing stuff that's like cotton and linen and organic fibers. So honestly, it's actually made it easy to clear out my wardrobe, because if I just want to keep it to that, there's only so many clothes I can have. But yeah, it's like you don't realize how important it is until you start thinking about it, and then you're like, oh, actually maybe I should wear not plastic. Maybe that's a good idea. All right, so I am gonna just pick some of these selects. So I'm like just yammering. Okay, I'm gonna just crop that. No one is watching me, lol. Oh, rad. Okay, cool. Hi, sweet bunny. I don't know. I think no one is watching me. I don't know why that feels creepy. It's like, good? No? I don't know. Oh, is that YouTube? Are you on YouTube? Hello to YouTube. Well, you're watching me, so yay. Hello, welcome. I hope you're having a nice day. I like your username. Yeah, same. I do only like sustainable stuff, and then I thrift. That's like also what I do. I love thrifting. I am so glad I had this one roommate that like really got me into thrifting, because she'd go to Buffalo Exchange all the time. And like I just never thought about going to Buffalo Exchange, because like I don't know, I don't know why, I just never thought about like just really thrifting or anything like that. And then she always thrifted, and then I was like, oh my god, I have the best clothes I've ever had now. Like straight up, it like actually made my fashion sense like good rather than, you know, what it was, which wasn't bad, but like it's just like, you know, it was a lot of like H&M kind of kind of stuff, and like that is what it is. All right, so this is a good set of things. I'm just gonna take this all, put it in a folder. We'll just turn it down. So I just want to do like a little like initial kind of shape study. And so I'll just kind of do little drawings next to each of these. So we can imagine she's kind of like this. And then her head, she's kind of like looking over like this. Okay, it's not hair day, but I'll just indicate her hair. It's clothing day. Okay. So, got this sleeve. And then this hoodie, making this big old triangle. The thing is with hoodies, like sometimes they're really stiff like this, and other times like they're a little bit like, I don't know. I don't have a back of a hoodie here, but they're like less stiff. You kind of get this like iconic kind of hoodie crunch. This little 1-2 hoodie crunch shape. This is a really thick fabric though, so it's pretty stiff. And the drop shoulders are something that I want to like kind of keep in mind. But this bunching is like a little more important than what's happening here, so just gonna keep that in mind first. Make sure that we're kind of emphasizing this being like the central point of coming out of. Maybe that kind of, yeah. Then here, should make this like a little more light because that's more to indicate her form rather than anything. All right, so then we have this kind of big shape. I think I'll just kind of think about some of these clothing decisions as big overall shapes and then dial it in. So I think that would be like kind of better for getting the sense of it. There we go. Because like we see, because we really see like this is kind of a big feature, and then we have like this kind of like shape happening here that I want to like kind of keep in mind, like this kind of shape, and it gets kind of cut into here and here. So like that's kind of a subtle thing, but it is happening. And then that kind of plays out like this. We want to just make sure we don't keep those lines too thick. And then we have like this sort of thing. Okay. I'm learning. Then we have like the seam here too. Okay. The thing, we want to make sure we're kind of retaining this volume, and when we think about the surface area, it's going to kind of like, it's going to kind of come off of that part rather than like going up to like the tippy top, because her shoulder's not flat, her shoulder is dimensional. Okay. There you go. Let's give her a face. She's happy. Alright, cool. Great. I should make this bigger. I know I made it like pretty small. All right, so that's pretty all right for our first study. Let's keep going. Kind of put her over here. So I like what's happening here. So what I want to like kind of keep in mind here is like we have this big line. And I know that if I draw this line, we have this pocket here, but that's the gesture. There's a whole gesture to the clothing that we're seeing. So it's like up to the elbow and then down through the arm. We're not seeing it as much on the other side, though we do get a gesture between her head and this fold here. We get another kind of gesture too from the inside of the elbow to down here too. So that's what I love about clothing and folds. The way it drapes really kind of shows you a lot about the gesture. So we're gonna kind of keep that in mind as we kind of roll forward. Cool. Well, that'll be good. And then it lifts up here. We want to remember that. Oh, hi, extension of my will. Oh, I'm glad that YouTube works without lagging. Aw, that's great. I'm glad that you can enjoy YouTube. Yeah, I don't know why Twitch is lagging. I'm still figuring out the whole Twitch dance, but at least we got YouTube too, so that's like that's a nice thing. I'm glad YouTube has figured it out. Okay, so first I'm just gonna get her like gesture in here. So we can, okay, let's make this bigger too, so that way, yeah, nice and big. Maybe make this 175 or 170, 160. There we go. Like looking at it on my screen. All right. Wow, let's. Alright, one second. I want an instrumental track. There we go. Perfect. Oh, this is so Flying Lotus-y. I like it. I think Flying Lotus has a new song or album or something. I haven't listened to them in years. So. Alright, so cool. So we got this gesture now. Cool, so we can kind of imagine this arm is kind of coming up here. Cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna erase a little bit so we can really focus on the clothing. Okay. Okay, so I really want to emphasize this because that's such a big, strong gesture. So we got that guy going, and then we've got this guy kind of wrapping around here. So that's gonna be kind of like the framework in a way. And this too. So it's like identifying the main rhythms of the clothing, like just it'll help you to build off of it. And then think about like when it's bulky like this, you want to think about it like shapes, you know. So it's like we have this kind of big bulky shape here. So you think about like this is like, I don't know, this is like one shape and this is another shape. Can kind of help to also imagine like, you know, what is kind of wrapping around the form a little bit more, because you kind of have these like stepped, stacked like bits of it. So you have these like sub shapes in here. And then we get these like nice kind of zigzags in here, so we want to make sure that we're being aware of just how it wraps, because there's a lot going on, but if we simplify it, it won't feel like it's too crazy. If we simplify it, then we can design it. That's the thing. It's like, at the end of the day, we're designing what we see, and so it's good to just kind of keep that in mind versus like trying to copy it. So I think that we'll just have a much more fun time with it all if we're like designing what we see first and foremost. Simplifying, creating like, you know, the visual interest that we're like kind of experiencing and all that. So there's a lot of like stacked shapes in the other sleeve as well. We have like, this is a stack, this is like a kind of stacked shape within here. But we simplify it, and then we only have like, you know, we only have like 3 maybe main forms that have like some minor folds in them. And we can also see, you know, almost similar to how like an arm, when it's like, you know, fitted into a torso, you know, we get this like kind of back of it. So that's a nice like little kind of similarity. So we get like, I mean, clothing is like going to wrap around our form, so our form dictates how the clothing like moves and wraps and all of that. So it's going to really kind of follow our form and contour, which makes it kind of easier in some ways to like anticipate what it's gonna do. Cool, so that's feeling good. I feel like I can like move on from here, but I'm happy with this. There's a lot more like sub kind of folds, but the main ones are kind of more what I'm like interested in right this second for this study. And we'll get her face in here. I'm not really drawing her face particularly, I'm just drawing something kind of stylistically similar. There we go. Well, good. I'm glad I'm making you want to draw. That's part of the goal. I mean, it's fun. I've not been able to stop since I started. All right, let's do something with a dude. Let's do this. Get this dude did. Although, actually, let's do her first because I love what we have happening here. We have like a lot of good stuff happening. And then we got a lot of shapes. So I really want to note the main folds because we have her arm here. Obviously her hand is right here. And then her other hand is like right here. So we're gonna like really kind of keep in mind that the underlying structures are driving the rhythm and energy of it. Yeah, no, I feel you on just drawing anatomy and then like just wanting to draw more clothing. I think that's great. You know, that's kind of a nice natural progression. It's like okay, I'm done drawing naked people all the time. Like let's kind of up the ante. Because like clothing can look so cool. Like there's just something really great about how it emphasizes the rhythms and everything. Like when I see like really beautiful drawings with like drapery and stuff, like it's so good. So I really am excited to be doing some of this on the stream, honestly. All right, so this is kind of what I'm seeing with these folds and rhythms, like the main thing I'm kind of seeing. And hello Anwa, I hope you're having a nice day. This is in a way it's a new hair color. It is my original hair color. So my hair is just grown out, so I didn't do anything to my hair. If it looks different on stream, it's just because of the lighting. But we're back to normal Lexi hair. I could bleach it again at one point, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I had my Draco Malfoy moment. We'll see if we go back. So I just want to also kind of mark the sub, or no, the other folds in the clothing, because since we have her leaning this way, there's definite like folding happening and twisting happening in these clothes here. So we're getting that reflected throughout the pose, which is really nice. I'm gonna move him over now. So now let's study. Let's study her. Because we have like a nice rhythm too. We have like this to that to this. Nice like kind of broken zigzag happening. And of course, you know, her line of action would be wrapping in this way. It's like you can really kind of think about the rhythm and the line of action kind of simultaneously working together in that way. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep her anatomy pretty light and simple since we're just really kind of indicating it as like a scaffolding for the clothing to fit on top of, because we're not seeing her anatomy, but we just want to kind of get a sense of like how she's twisting and turning, like where she's like kind of facing forward, how her arms are kind of sitting. So we don't need to like draw like the full arm or anything. We just need to know like this point and this point, and then this point and this point and this point. Like these are all of our important kind of points. And then maybe like a little bit of like, you know, this sort of deal. Just to see like how straight or not things are. Maybe I'll pull this leg out just a little more. Just make that a little straighter. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. So now I'll bring these folds on top. So let me just erase out a little bit of our figure. Groovy. Oh, that's great that you do like shape-based drawings, because I think like learning to see the shapes of stuff, like that's really the key to like getting your drawings to feel just really good, like really really kind of it's like, I don't want to say stylized, but like you're really kind of encapsulating the idea in a succinct way when you get familiar with using shapes to represent your forms and like your overall kind of anatomy. Like I find that, I mean, shapes really kind of like find their way into everything, but I think that there's some poses too where it's like the shapes are kind of the most like iconic part of the pose. Okay, so one thing I'm seeing is like we get this like kind of sleeve connection point to like itself, like so the way that the fabric is sewn together, like the shape of the actual garment, we're getting this like consistent rhythm that kind of folds out from underneath from this again, this inseam of the armhole, and then rolls out on top of the wrist. So that's a nice thing. It's a good thing to see. And then that's gonna stretch out. Then we kind of have this like sub shape happening. Maybe that's too much. There we go. And this kind of shape. I think maybe her arm's a little straighter here, so I'm gonna just maybe redraw this a little bit. So we can just get a straighter arm here. Yeah, thinking about like this overall shape too is helpful. I want to keep that, you know, more true to size, true to scale. Sometimes it helps too to draw the lines out from the connection point rather than back into the connection point, just so that way the gesture stays a little more true to what's really happening. I'm gonna make sure that I'm like kind of keeping these shapes true-ish to the proportioning. we go. I want to keep that more delicate. I wasn't even thinking about the actual like kind of folds on the inside, as that's like not really driving the stretching so much, but let's kind of get those in now. Alright, cool. Maybe I didn't give enough room for her shirt. That's okay. It's gonna be stretching there. Want to kind of indicate that since this is tighter, we don't need to be quite so like so keen on the shapes of the clothing, quite so like attentive to those shapes, because they're going to be more based on her anatomy. So cool, there we go. She's looking good. This is a helpful study. All these studies end up being so helpful, so for anyone that follows along, like, I think you're gonna get some benefit too. And we'll get her little hair in here. It's a good practice to just like put faces into these kind of studies. I don't do it so much because like when I do gesture, it's so fast usually that there's just not enough like time. But I don't know. I don't want to use it as an excuse forever. And when we're doing studies like this that are more just kind of casual, we have the time. So there we go. Here's your face. It's a little rounder than her face is, but I think it's cute. Yeah, there she is. So that was fun. That was a fun one. So we got kind of the general shapes. We can come in and do more like sub shapes too. But cool, that was fun. Alright. Alright, let's do this other guy stretching that I was talking about. And let's move her over. Because I'm gonna move her over and move him over here. And then I'll move her up here. Oops. And this will be the last one we do for today because I see where my time is going. 444 is a good one to end on. Something with some dude and some stretching. So we're gonna see a lot of anatomy with this one. So I'm gonna really want to pay attention to the anatomy, and we're gonna see the stretching not happening from his shoulder as much. We're gonna see that, but we're really gonna see it kind of, this is the point of the most tension, like near the elbow, because of how the armhole is. Like we get it here, the armhole actually kind of has a lot of the like kind of the pulling is happening from that armhole. So that's what we're gonna pay attention to. But we get a continuous rhythm kind of like flowing from it. So we get like this kind of like wrapping around and twisting down. So we get a big old like S curve where it's like up here and then down here. So we're gonna keep that in mind, that it hits at the hip, then it hits at the pecs. So it's like his chest is kind of the biggest part pushing out. And so we're gonna get this fold actually hitting like right underneath that, because that's where the fabric is buckling. So that's what we're gonna kind of keep in mind. And then we'll have like kind of stretching happening from here. And this is a little more form-fitting. So we're gonna really more be thinking about anatomy. And then we'll have some buckling here where the zipper is. So that's gonna create this like kind of buckling happening too. And we'll have this kind of shape blooming out from the collar. But I think the most important idea is like this big like S curve of like whoop, and then hits the hips, and then the sub curve hits at the pecs. So it really emphasizes the anatomy rather than like adjust her arms, rather than covering it. That's the thing about like clothing, like you think it's like covering all the anatomy, but it's really emphasizing it, and so it can create even more appeal for your characters and for your drawings. All right, so let's get in here. So he's kind of got a little bit of subtle gesture to him. He's not really doing too much, but he's got like a very slight bit of contrapposto happening. Mostly gonna just kind of keep in mind the curves of his anatomy, so that way like we can have him feeling like volumetric when we get into this like arm bit. Maybe not too beefy. But he's not really even holding his cap. You don't want his hands to be bigger, that much bigger than his face. No cap on God. I don't say no cap, but when someone tells me no cap, I know what they mean. It's funny. It's like I get students sometimes that like they sound so normal when I talk to them in person, but then sometimes they'll send me emails like no cap for real, and I'm like it makes me laugh so hard. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know that you spoke like this in text messages or in your email correspondences. Like, maybe don't do this in like a corporate setting, but it's like one of those things, like I know when people are parents, it's really hard when like their kids like, you know, say a bad word or something because it's like really funny. So it's like the same sort of thing with my students. Like sometimes they, you know, they're just younger people, and so they're like a little more casual, and I think it's so endearing. It's like I have to tell them like, wait, just be sure to not do this in a corporate setting, just in case. To me, it's fine. For me, this is funny. It makes me feel like that Steve Buscemi meme, like from Portlandia, like, hello, fellow young people. He's in the high school with the skateboard. That's like what I feel like half the time. Yeah, it's easy to draw the folds like their skin, and to like kind of like, I think a thing with folds in clothing too is like it can really be different with different types of fabrics. Like thicker fabrics are gonna have less like kind of subfolds to them. It's gonna have just like big shapes, kind of like this is really thick, so you're not gonna get like, you know, little bits, and you're not gonna get like, you know, all sorts of like little bunching and things like that. It's gonna be just kind of a bigger shape, generally speaking. But when you have stuff that starts to get, you know, a little bit more thin, then you get a lot of sub shapes and things like that. So it's good to do, yeah, studies like this where you're really just kind of first drawing on the photo. I think drawing on the photo just to kind of get your framework can help to see like what is even going on. Like I do this with animation studies too, where like we have the photo, or the GIF, and then I kind of like go through the GIF of like the live action or animated reference and kind of look at the line of action and how it moves and draw it. So that way when I animate it, I kind of know what I'm doing. Because we can look at it and we can figure stuff out, but it just helps to really nail down like what is happening, and to know like, okay, this is actually hitting right under that biggest part of his chest, so we know that that's getting emphasized. So yeah, man, studies, like whenever I get like kind of, I don't know, because I get in my ways too, or sometimes like I don't do studies for a while, or like I'm a little out of practice with drawing, and then I'm like, oh, I just forgot how to draw. I don't know how to draw anymore. And then I do some studies, and then I'm like, oh, I know how to draw everything again. So it's really just like kind of warming up your brain again and wrapping your head around it and finding your weak points. Like with all of these studies, I've really been like going after my weak points and like stuff that I tend to like generalize or just not understand properly so much. And it's really helped me, because like in the mornings I do like some sketches and warm-up drawings. Like I have some here. I don't know if they're blurry or not, but like I do like my own little warm-ups, and whoa, it's in space. It's in space. But when I do that, I tend to find like where I'm having troubles. So it's like, oh, the noses are weird. Oh, when I do this angle, it's weird. Oh, connecting the torso and the pelvis is weird. So then once I like identify that, I can like kind of come in here and like just do a study that's like specifically about that. And then it like helps me to like understand what I'm not understanding, and then like I can just be zooming. So like it's so important to like not get down on yourself and be like, I just don't know how to draw this thing, because if you identify what you're having trouble with and do like a specific study, it's like I'm like talking to myself. It's so shocking that you can just figure things out sometimes. Yeah, story of my life, right? Oh my god. That sounds a little too real for me, honestly. I'm just talking to myself right now. Just giving myself my own life advice that I need. Want to make sure that I have like this lifting on the side. Okay. And you also, like, here we can note that, like, some of these lines are just, like, straight lines, and then sometimes we get these bunches. So, like, where those happen is, like, kind of helpful to delineate. Just how, like, kind of visible they are is also helpful. So like this is like where his elbow is essentially. So this is like his bicep. So I'm gonna really pay attention. Because we get so complex when we get to like these kind of stages of it, so I'm just gonna like maybe kind of think about it like shapes and then break sub-shapes down into it. Maybe I'll bring his arm out more honestly, because his arm is just a little too close to his body and I think that it's not quite right. So I'm just gonna like maybe make this just a big old shape. I see this happening, so we're gonna just kind of bust that out, delineate that. Pull this out of here. Something like that. Yeah, man, we're getting into this arm with all these like little folds. That's like where the weak points start to happen for me too. Because then we get all these like kind of folds in here. We just want to make sure we're not like losing the form like in these folds too. Okay, we'll come back to that because this is all pretty form fitting, except for like right up here. Form fitting is easy. Okay, I want this to curve underneath his pecs. There we go. Just a little bit more of that action happening. There we go. That feels better already. Okay, and so his elbow, we're gonna imagine his elbow's like kind of right there. So that would be like the delineation there. So I'm gonna make sure that like kind of make this more like his underneath his pecs, and this is more like the shape is more like Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's a little bit better. I'm gonna kind of emphasize like a little bit of like some rhythm happening, kind of taking us around it, maybe. Yeah, this is okay. We're gonna definitely have to do like clothing and folds day 2 for some of this stuff that's like a little bit more like complex that we can really dive in, because I wanted to go like big basic shapes, but clearly there's like a lot of stuff to like continue with. So yeah, so look at this though. I feel like this like chest part is like nice and successful, because like we've got it feeling more like it wraps around his pecs. Maybe we could even have it kind of curve a little bit lower, because I feel like, yeah, there we go. It feels more right. Cool. So yeah, so awesome. I think that we'll put a face on him. Let's give him his like shirt. Thank you, delivery man, for your service. Baseball caps are something that I don't love drawing because I have trouble with them. So maybe one day we'll do like an accessory day too. He's happy. He's like, I delivered my parcels. Have a great day. I will, sir. Alright. Woo! Yeah, alright, cool. So we did a bunch of good studies today. I really feel like we learned some things. I learned some things for sure. We'll continue more studies. This was really fun. Really had a good time, you guys. Yeah, next time you find yourself like feeling like you can't draw because like it's so common. Like I've been drawing for so many years and like I still have gotten into spaces where it's like I feel like I can draw everything and then I can't draw anything. And so yeah, the studies always like every single time they help me. So so yeah, don't think that it's like actually true. It's just psychological. So and this has been helping me so much, you guys. So I love sharing this space with y'all and like doing these studies. Like it's made drawing in my own time like a million times more fun because I feel like I can just create and I'm not like wondering how something's supposed to be or look, because I'm getting it. We're seeing into the matrix together. So this has been really great. I look forward to next time. I'll be back Saturday, so around the same time Saturday, maybe a little earlier, and we will do some more fun drawing then. So you guys take care. You have a great rest of your day. It was great to see all of you guys. Oh, nice to see you, Delighted for you, and Mossy Green, and just John, like, and Anwa, and everyone else that joined today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. You have a great rest of your day.